It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. The Hallis Trophy and a date at the Super Bowl await one of these teams as we begin the NFC Championship game. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Set, go.
Right up the gut. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Dre Greenlaw getting there for the stop. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Back now, pressure on its way. Has a man, it's Brown. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Let's go.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he'll get this forward, and he's stopped at the 37. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Another carry for him. And they take him down right along the 30. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Going to the ground again on first. It's on the turf, the ball's out, he lost it. Oh, and they pick it up, time to push for that marker. Call it 9 yards, looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock, but now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed, and you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next. It's pretty obvious, this defense, man, they need more people around the line of scrimmage. But the minute you do that, Kate, you start opening up those throwing lanes. This is how balance takes apart a defense.
First down from the red zone. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles finish up an excellent opening series. Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. And that one flies right on past the end. an effort to hit the landing area at all, so they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Prescott opening with a pass. Gets this one to Blake Corum. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. Well, we knew it, Brock, and now they know it too. That one was on their defense. They're set up at the 35 now. Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. Caught. Cooper Kupp makes the play. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. 1st down, here's Dak. Andrews with the catch. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, and get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. This one goes for 3 yards. And it brings up an LA 1st down. Dak now from the gun. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Cooper Kupp, the intended receiver. So that brings up 2nd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Throwing again is Dak. Finds his man, Corum. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler. Gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Pass is caught at the 9. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams finish off their opening drive. It's a Blake Corum touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Rams respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. No return as this bounces into the end zone. The ball's coming out to the 20. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
Big play to begin the drive. That's up to the 37. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Dre Greenlaw getting there for the stop. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
A humble 5-6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
from the 42. Got Washington, it's complete. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Stop made by Braden Fisk.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. Complete out to the right. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Back to the well again. And he'll get him a handful on that run as we've reached the end of the first. Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
2nd and 10 now. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Third and long for him here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. The Eagles are in punt formation. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. And he drives it skyward, hoping to drop this near the goal line. And a fair catch made here at the 17. No return on that punt. And the Rams will take possession. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Dak off the play fake. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
2nd down, here's Prescott again. Hits him on the out route. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
We're going to run on 1st down with Corum. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Keely Ringo picks it off. And the Eagles get it back after a marvelous defensive effort.
I know he started the play as a defender, But gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back. He looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. It would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion. I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road. That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
On 2nd and 5 now. Has it down close. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Eagles break that tie and now lead by 7. The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. To the left and pulled in by Cup. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a first down.
It's first downs like that, Kate, just with the toughness of these receivers, that I can't help but think about some old school dudes. These playbooks have evolved so much in the NFL. Can you imagine some of the physical receivers back in the day and how badly they would have loved to play in the systems like this, but just find a way time and again to put the ball in their hands?
And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. 2nd and 3 now. Corum trying the right side. And this run doesn't quite reach enemy territory. Tackled at midfield. Call it a gain of 2, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 1.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Connects with Slayton. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Prescott here from the gun. This one taken in by Corum. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Throwing on first is Prescott. That's taken in by Cup. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Tackle made by Nehemiah Pritchett.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today, because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Dak throwing again. Caught along the left sideline, but he did not get both feet in. That's incomplete. Brings up 3rd down.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant, because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
Prescott now on 3rd down. And down he goes. The Eagles got him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
You just feel this defense starting to come alive, don't you, Kate? Got their first turnover last time out. Now they put their first sack on the board. In big plays on that side of the ball, they can come in bunches. Defense sure hopes to keep this faucet going, and the offense wants to turn the spigot off immediately.
Sly's kick is up and good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Buys time, rolling right. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it sets up 2nd down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. He's got a man left. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down. It's the 2-minute warning now from the link. The Eagles leading near the break. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Dropping back to throw. Jump off caught by his back. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they get there to touch him down, Brock, but big gain on that play.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Throwing from the gun here. Throwing deep for the end zone. And he's going to score a touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles grow their lead just before halftime. Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles drive their lead to 11. The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. Struggling to center it. Oh, it's loose. Oh, no, and it bounces out of their own end zone. That's going to be a safety.
You know what? This game is hard. So sometimes catching a break or two in just the right circumstances is a big deal. Sideline could be your best friend as a runner because you lose the ball next to it, there's a good chance it could go harmlessly out of bounds.
Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Throwing again is Dak. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. 3rd and long. Prescott. That's caught for the 1st. And he'll be touched down after a big play. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. 1st down. Here's Dak. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
I I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
Again on 2nd and 10, Prescott. Escapes the pocket. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. Timeout taken by Los Angeles. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. They've got first down from the 31. From the gun is Prescott. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. He's looking for Mark Andrews. And now it's second down.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Catch is made in close. Touchdown, Los Angeles. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they could be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Only 17 seconds left for him as they begin this drive. They go play action on first. Gets everything he has under this throw. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. Picked up by Stephon Gilmore. And the Rams might be able to get some points late after the interception.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right? You watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six. Yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
One last play before the break. Carter up the middle. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. Just before halftime, we get a timeout, take it. So from a mile away, they'll send out the field goal unit to take a shot at this one. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. A great effort not rewarded. That punches the crossbar and bounces backward. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The Hallis Trophy awaits one of these teams, partner. Just a half to go as we're off in the third quarter. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Finds his man, Corum. Juke the defender. Avoids the defender. We've got a foot race. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs. Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. Putting a receiver in motion. First and 10, Prescott. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. They send the tight end in motion. Second down run by Corum. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. Give him 3 on that game. And the Rams are going to have a first down.
You know what I like about a second and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
They kick the running back in motion. Here's Prescott, first and 10. Rolling left, buying some time. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent game.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Short pass brought in. And he's going to be just inside the 10 before he goes out. 9-yard pickup, and it sets him up with first and goal. This one's caught. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Second and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone. Dak now from the gun. And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams take the lead right away in half number 2. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. That one right down the middle. And the Rams push their lead to 3. The Rams kicking team is ready. Then they're going to send this one away. Starting from the 5. And look at this return. And that nearly got him to midfield. He's out of bounds just a yard or 2 short.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
On first down, they'll run. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. And now they're going to face third down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Quick pass, right side, complete. And he goes down a little short of the 40. That's good for 7 yards. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
He's dropping back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Send everybody deep. I know he wants to wait and stretch the field and use his arm. The trouble is, you wait too long, you end up on your back.
Trying again following the sack. Taken in by Harris. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. That play good for 17 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Throwing now from the gun. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
And he's swallowed up in the middle, no gain on the run. That tackle made by Kobe Turner. Nothing for them on second down, and now it's 3rd and 1.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing to run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Back now, pressure on its way. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Looking to throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's running for it. And what a hit there. Ouch, she faced the price for moving the chains that time.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Motioning the tight end now. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
2nd and 3 now. Back-to-back carries here. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Fullback trying to power it across. And he can only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line.
This is why it's so important not to overcommit to the team's lead runner. It went to a secondary ball carrier, and they cut him down for a big red zone stop.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Just a quarter left before... So now, here's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
Kate, I totally get it. Could take a little more risk knowing a field goal's in the back pocket, but still, that is so disappointing offensively. Not even able to get the throw off and give yourself a chance at a touchdown.
Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And in the 4th quarter, that's going to tie the game.
And we're barely into this quarter, Kate, and already a tied game, a whole new game. Starting from this point, every single possession will be a premium.
And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Prescott here from the gun. Forced out to his right. Gets this one to Andrews. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Second and 3. That's taken in by Cup. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That one goes for 25 yards. And it brings up an LA 1st down. Dak to the air here. Flush down out to his left. No one open, so he checks this to another county.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, and you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
Dak throwing again. He's got Andrews. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Another throw for Prescott. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Logan Wilson has it. And the Eagles regain possession as he makes the 30th interception of his career. So it's been a bit of a mixed bag for him, partner. He does have the 3 touchdowns in this game, but also now a couple of interceptions.
You almost feel like, Kate, he's seeing most of the picture on how to attack this defense, but just not quite all of it yet. It's largely been good, as he said. Some nice touchdowns as well. But there's still a couple of these looks in coverage that are giving him problems, and he's got to figure that picture out.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. So it'll be 2nd down. Part of what's earned him status, Gronk, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Now a give running right. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Here he is on 3rd and long. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset. So a massive gain, and all of a sudden we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Lone back gets the handoff. And they'll only find 1 yard up the gut, 2nd down.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. A tight end in motion now. Got Washington, it's complete. And it looks like he went out of bounds right at that 7-yard line. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Pass play now. Flushed out of the pocket. He's got it! And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Oh, fullback's got it. Look at the power. And he's brought down for a loss.
Kate, the old vernacular was hybrid. The new age vocabulary, it's positionless. And you're seeing it across so many sports. When you've got an athlete, you just want to put him on the field in any position to make a play, like he just did right in the middle of it.
They'll send him up the middle. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Eagles take a 4th quarter lead. Elliott on now to attempt the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles break that tie and now lead by 7. The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. He beams one deep right side. This could decide things. It's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to return this up beyond the 20 before being tackled.
This is a time that the communication upstairs from the booth cake down to the field, it starts to get just a little bit hot. These eyes in the sky, they've got to help this quarterback try to see the field, because right now, with the 3rd interception, man, he is killing his team.
Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Eagles leading by 7. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he couldn't do a whole lot there. Minimal yardage picked up to the 27. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Put the body on the line for his team. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Right up the gut. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle. Timeout taken by Los Angeles. It's 2nd. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Wow, they're going to pass it here. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it's 3rd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Here he is to throw. He's on the move. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there. That played good enough for a first. That's a pickup of 9. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself. They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So it's an